Hello everyone, my name is Barbara Nalewko and I'm a Polish girl who lives in Ireland and likes to knit, and I'm a knitter most of the times what I do I knit, but I also am a passionate knitwear designer, let's say it that way, although I have a full-time job, and that's why I use a phrase passionate, because whenever I come up with an idea or something that I really wanted to share with you guys too, I do. So it's not that I'm have a schedule or anything like that. So I hope you know what I mean. Also, what I have a little online shop. You can find my pouches. Maybe I have them. So pouches like this for circular needles, and it's a long story how I come up with this, but yeah, I've been for a long time on YouTube now, to be honest, since 2015. So yeah, so I have those beauties, I designed them, and that was my thing that I could share with you of being a podcaster, right? Right. All the links down below, so check it out. Definitely, I would suggest you to also check my project page on Ravelry, because I think I'm going to direct you over there for anything that I've done, for whatever you see. It's there, it's out there, or whatever I'm doing. I keep it up to date. I may not have a first photo or even come up with the yarn that I want to use for the project, but definitely you will find a designer name over there, a design per se there too. Okay, timestamps down below. I hope I'm going to do that. I will do it. What are we starting? We're starting a chit chat about knitting, projects, and what's up with me, basically. Okay, so let's start. Start with what I'm wearing. I'm wearing Isbra sweater by Scandier Knits, and you can check definitely the link in my project over there. All on this channel you can find finished object videos and playlist with the sweaters. No, I call the garments. I have few playlists, and they're mixed a little bit with the vlogs, and basically we go around. We're based in Ireland. So wherever we go on the trips, my husband loves trips. I just post, you know, my time, how I spend my time during those trips, so you could see a bit of knitting, car knitting definitely, and so that's that. So just browse it through, but definitely worth checking. And yeah, what it is, this is a fingering weight sweater, a yoke top down, if I can say it that way. I used whole skein yarn. First time I used that, obviously, if you don't know what that is, it's 100% wool, and it has original oils in it. So basically the yarn is very affordable because of that. The yarn doesn't go through the process of being washed and skeined or reskeined or something like that. I'm not really sure what I'm talking now, but something like this, that's why it's cheaper. But basically means that at the end, when you finish your sweater, or when you finish your knitting your knitwear, you just wash it nicely. Yeah, and because it can contain lanolin, and if you have small project, maybe not to worry about, but if it is a bigger one, lanolin has a tendency to kind of got fluid when it's warm, but solid when it's cold, so mind your pipes at home. I'm just saying, beautiful pattern, and I enjoyed really. There's a kind of double knitting method over here to catch floats, so I would recommend you to check it out. I've browsed it through. It's not something new, but it's something that the first time I did. So I was very, very impressed when I was recording finished object video. So I'm encouraging to watch that. Now, no worries, on the Ravelry page, on my project page, when you click on the project, down below my notes, I have finished object video here. So if you're interested in what I'm talking about, just click that and, you know, I'll be talking. Right. But obviously during those finished object videos, I'm giving you my first impression. So like, for instance, I can tell you a bit about this sweater now because I'm wearing it. So I don't remember what size I did, but I did for 40-inch chest. I think that was size 4. But you see this? It kind of lifts a bit. But I presume this is what happens with the yoke sweaters, because it's kind of thicker fabric over here, and I could definitely see it. So and feel it. Doesn't bother me that much, but no, I would say it's fine. You know, it works with me, so it's not really that it's kind of stands up and stays that way, isn't it? Which I would be kind of, you know, afraid when I'm knitting yoke sweater sometimes about that. But top down, basically you can check it out while you're knitting it. I would say. Anyway, I'm talking for too long now. 5 minutes. Okay. And that's what I'm wearing. Over here, there is something behind me that I designed. I recorded finished object video. I haven't published it yet because I haven't even written down pattern, like a PDF file, like a proper one for test knitters. So I definitely will be calling for test knitters. And this is my beauty. I'm not going to tell you what name it is, but I already have a name for it. And this is one skein. Actually, it's just 75 grams. This is a fingering weight single ply yarn that you need to knit this. So if you're interested to test knit something for me, I would recommend you to follow me on Instagram because probably I will be calling for test knitters over there. We'll move on to what's off. Since my last one I finished on the screen, you can check, there was a finished object video and it's a socks, Knit Picks Felici Unknown colorway. I got into the zone of knitting socks leftovers, and I come up with I didn't come up with anything, but I used the hashtag leftover socks. So if you're interested and you want to follow, or you have some bits in here and you would want to knit with them to have fun for a bit, like, you know, those projects are not something serious for me. It's not, I can relax while I'm doing them. It's kind of fun because at the moment all the leftovers I have, they were stripy yarn, so stripy socks, and you know, it's so much fun to knit those. I have on my needles, I'm going to show you this is off section, right? What's off my chest. So I'm going to tell you what's on my chest because I'm in the middle of knitting something. Leftover socks. So that's that. So if you know what the colorway is, let me know. Some people say it is a Knit Picks Felici, but those, like the first ones, they don't have on the website, and there's no on Ravelry whatsoever. But it may not be Knit Picks, so I do not know. And that's that. So fun. Next one, Full of Me's hat. I finished Full of Me's hat. This is my third one. Am I right? I think I'm right. Third one. And I finished it, and you're knitting, you're getting my patterns, paid for pattern. So check my designs over there if you're interested. And what you need over here is 24 5-gram minis to make this hat. Obviously you can use more if you want to. It's so much fun by playing or picking colors. Knitting this hat takes time because as you could multiply 24 by 5 grams, it gives you 120 grams of yarn. So it gives kind of bulky sensation, windproof hat whatsoever. So very good. And if you check a pattern page, you will see, I've noticed now, I discovered that you could send a request if someone's photo can be shown on your first design page, and I've added some, so check it out. I was just looking through the people who actually were wearing hats, but there are a few designs now and I'm so thrilled and happy. So don't forget also to use hashtag Full of Minis hat because I'm kind of an Instagram addict. So yeah, if you're knitting something beautiful, also use hashtag KnittingILove. Whatever that is, I want to see it. So yeah, so that's fun. And I was thinking, I know I said I'm not going, it's the summertime and I'm not going to start another one, although I have 2 ideas that I would knit a 4th one, Full of Minis hat, with my minis. So with the yarn that I actually use and I have leftovers, because previous 3 I used minis from my friends minis, and that would be really fun if I could do that. But then I was thinking, if I had 60-gram fingering yarn and 2 30 grams another yarn, so like 60, 30, 30, I could use the same pattern but kind of gradient. So maybe I'll show you again this photo so you could kind of imagine that, let's say I have color A that goes through all of it and I have 2 colors that are just changing, like, you know, maybe not changing, but they'll change after I run out of yarn to another one, which I think will be really cool. No one has done it so far because otherwise it would be on the pattern projects tab or in the, yeah, pattern projects tab, but I haven't seen it yet. I saw a beautiful hat. There's 2 colors were only used, and that looks really cool too, so check that out too. Now the next one was a vlog, and Seb created a channel which is Wycieczki. It in Polish means tour Ireland, maybe more trips in Ireland. So we have decided to kind of meet more people in Ireland to create organized, or maybe let's say we go on a trip and people join us. It's completely for free, and hopefully we're going to keep it that way. And yeah, and it's so much fun. And by we, I'm not really a person who organizes it. I don't know where we're going. I normally know I'm the last person to know everything about it. But basically what the thing is that we try to do something active. And this is the trip. We went to Waterford Greenway, and January, February and March we were hiking. And in April, this is the April trip, we went to the Waterford Greenway, and this is an old railway track that was changed for cyclists, walkers path. It actually has 46 kilometers, so it's quite a long one, but we just picked a section, and you could see the map and everything like that. And there are a few like that in Ireland. So if you are in Ireland and you want to do something, go and take family with you for, you know, like have some family time and use bikes and not to worry too much about cars, I would recommend you to check it out. And normally those routes, they're called Greenway. So if you Google that, you probably find even more. We did few, but I haven't recorded those on this channel. We had it previously before 2015. I opened this channel in 2015. We had a blog and we were more active then, but in 2015 I kind of ended up in the hospital, and you know, I wasn't able to be active as I was before, and my husband kind of slowed down too, but I'm kind of pushing him to do bits because he loves it, and it's just his heart. So that's that. So I'm trying to be a participant and do as much as I can. So for instance, on that vlog you could see me that I'm using electric scooter. I'm not cycling, I'm not walking, I'm not running, I'm literally just standing, and that's that. But at the end of the day I'm spending time outside with my friends, and that's probably what counts the most, don't you think? Anyway, so let's move on. And then again, I have another leftovers socks number 3, and these are a mix, I think, of knit picks. You may notice that the cuff looks quite similar to the previous socks. I got kind of 3 small balls, and that's what I did. I just used, and I think that was just 7 grams per each. And the same thing was in regards to the bottom one. I think the colorway for the foot part, if you see it over here, was called Building Blocks, and I had 14 grams of roll, and I divided it to 7 grams, and I do normally 60 rounds until I hit the heel, so you could kind of now count how much yarn I need for each section. I haven't done it really, I haven't even counted. I don't know how much I need to use for toes, but I now know that I would need less than 5 grams. I have some leftovers when I use 5 grams to just do one toe in one sock. So yeah, one day maybe I will take calculator and calculate all that stuff, but not now. And do you know how much you use for each? You know, maybe I can take your numbers. Right, and obviously during that time I'm a little bit delayed, I think that's the word, isn't it, with the videos with my finished objects. I have few around me and I still haven't done it, and you could probably notice by my leftovers objects, the knitted things, that most of them are socks, because it's the smallest, easiest, brainless knitting that I can do, and normally that straight away may tell you that my life is opposite to that. It's a little bit busy, it's a little bit everything going on, my brain has to be active, and so on, so on. So I can't focus on projects. So that's that. And that's summer and planning and stuff like that. How do you manage? Do you Do you knit that you have your me time, 20 minutes just yourself, and you knit and you pick the project you want, or you just grab the project and in the car, between here, on some meetings, or waiting for a kid, do you knit then? Let me know. I'm curious. I'm a bit of both, but lately most of the time is just between things. Now, and during that time I figure out maybe I will check something, and I made a tutorial, and this one is yarn over increases, and I'm showing you increases done on a toe in a sock. I have done on this channel, you can find a tutorial for how I knit socks to step by step, toe up, and that's my go-to thing. And increases over there are knit through the front and back loop method, which gives you, and I show you over there also example how it looks, so it gives you kind of a small purl bumps on the side while you're increasing. With the method yarn over, it gives you vertical ones, and I'm showing you that at the beginning of the tutorial, and then I'm showing you how I do that. So yeah, it's quite interesting and quite fun method to do, and keep track where you're at, especially like I said, you may not have a time to do whole toe, and you may back do it every 5 minutes or every 15 minutes, and it's really cool to know where you at, that you don't have to kind of is it purl or it's not. So that's kind of really cool method, and it does not create holes as you would have with make one left make one right, because I got a comment under the video that a person was trying to was using that method, make one left make one right, and it was giving holes. Because if you know what I'm talking about, the method of increasing M1 L, M1 right is that you pick up a strand from the previous round and you lift it. So obviously that strand is not tensioned properly to be lifted. So if you lift it and then this method tells you to twist it and then knit through it, it kind of lifts everything up. And the yarn over method is kind of the same, but you prepare yourself a round before for that lifting. So already you have yarn or your needle, and when you twist it, it's not tensioned. I think it just gives you the same flow of the round. I hope I'm talking right and you know what I'm talking about. Let me know, do you know what I'm talking about? Just say, you know, I know what you're talking about. So yeah, check it out. I thought it would be something useful, and I'm thinking of using that for my future designs, because I think it gives quite an easier explanation, for instance, how to make one stitch extra. And yeah. Right, the next video is a vlog, and this vlog is that I had Sunday for myself, and I could literally do something, so I wanted to engage a bit with the things that I could do, like physical things, and do a bit of knitting in between, and I hope you really enjoy that one. My SIM card was full, and I could not turn a computer because the electricity in the whole house was gone. So I just stopped when I was just relaxing at the back garden, and yeah, but I did more. I even went for a walk. So yeah, so check that out. I hope you're going to enjoy it. Like I said, my life, it's a simple one. I think anyway. So yeah, so you could see my projects that I do outside of knitting. Which brings me to this video. You will not find this video on this channel. You'll find it on my old one, and probably I'll put a link down below to my old channel, and that was very old. If you go through the videos, you could see, you know, videos, very old videos. Anyway, so what I'm doing over there, I'm putting videos about my gardening. I figured out that I want different projects, something that I will try and will know do I like it or not. And I started gardening, and by starting gardening means that I'm basically digging the ground. Digging the ground, yeah, it's not digging ground. So I have a section behind our house that I want to kind of make it pretty, and you know, if you don't have loads of time, you need to be patient and know that some stuff will take you time. You need to know that you will have only 5 or 10 minutes to do certain things, and not be discouraged about that you do not have a solid block of an hour, a solid block of 20 minutes. So I try to think that even if it's better, because I feel myself, if I do something for longer than an hour, it feels that I'm working. It's not that I'm playing, enjoying, trying new things. You know, I don't know, are you the same? Let me know. So that's the last video I have, but previous one we invested and we got ourselves tunnel, and first video it's on this channel how we assembling it, and basically it survived 7 days. We had a storm and it was destroyed, but the way we could fix it, and also on the Barbara Nalefko channel you can find that. What we did, how we figured it out. If you like videos like that, I would recommend you to go and follow basically on your feed, that those videos pop in, hopefully will pop in too. So if you're subscribed. Right, no pressure. And like I said, no pressure, just pleasure. So now the last one is another leftover. So it is leftover socks number 4, and I was so excited to show you that. I even forgot to show you the label, because I had a label for that, and that was Knit Picks Felici, and the color is Sunset. And I know you loved it, and I heard many good things when I was knitting on Instagram, because that's where you can find what I have on my needles right now. And yeah, so it is a really nice colorway, and I would recommend you to knit it if you can. Like I said, Knit Picks is not accessible to me as probably for you. If you live in America and Canada, it's way easier to get stock. So I'm very grateful for my friend to send those bits my way. I love the leftovers. Yeah, and those socks are actually gone. I gifted them already for someone's birthday, so I hope they will wear well. And I think that's all in regards videos that you can watch so far on this channel. But I'm definitely because it's off, yeah, still off. I finished these socks and I recorded finished object video. I didn't have a time to edit it and publish it, and you know that takes time. There's another hat that I think showed you last time. Is this beauty? I kind of designed it. I didn't follow any pattern. I come up with something myself, and I just need to put a tag and record. That's also weights. I showed you the hoopla hat by Diana Walla. I finished this. I need to, you know, wave in ends, put a tag. I was waving ends over here and I did a boo-boo. Basically means that I thought I waved an end and I just chopped it, which means that it can unravel, so I have to do something about it. And I was thinking maybe I'll record that too, but to do that I need some time, and I haven't had that time, so that needs to wait a bit. Also, I need to frog this. Do you like frogging? Is it relaxing, or are you just stressed out that you were knitting for so long? I don't know. I have knit on it for like ages ago. So I don't know, I knit on it ages ago when I designed my Just Try cable hat on the screen. Maybe I'll show you over here. And I was just, you know, checking things out, and I was thinking maybe I'll do a cowl. Cowl was included in the pattern, but it doesn't work. It's very busy, but beautiful colorway. And this is this yarn is Allison Yarns from Canada. So if you're in Canada, you probably have a better access to it. Another socks I finished, and these beauties leftovers. Aren't they gorgeous? I haven't recorded finished object video yet, so I need to do that too. So everything is waiting for me to kind of have my moment to have a chat with you, and I need an extra day in the week. Do you need that one too? I think you do. I think everyone needs one. What's off? So something completely off that I was sharing on Instagram just maybe once or twice. My husband is a painter, Sebastian, so not, you know, like house painter. So if you need a job done in your house, he's there for you. And basically what he does during that time, he listens to audiobooks. And you know, with his way, working 8 hours, he can listen to loads of things. So he recommends me things to listen, and sometimes I recommend him stuff that I would be interested to listen, or because basically I just came across it on YouTube. And I came across on YouTube with this book, so maybe I can show you that. The Wisdom of Yourselves. And it is written by Bruce H. Lipton, PhD. So basically, this book is not about knitting, so you maybe skip to what's on my needles if you're not interested, unless I have something more interesting to say. And I don't have a clue, do I? Or will I? So anyway, this book is quite interesting if you like books in regards science and quantum physics, mixing forces or new things that people are drawn towards. And I know I posted and some people are like, do you really believe in this or that? And that's kind of all the time reminds me of a human behavior that you probably don't remember because we're very young, but you know, when the first time people start writing books, what other people were saying about books, that it is a fictional thing, you know, people writing stories, this is something no one should be doing because we were all just going to, and so on and so on. And then you would think that everything went fine, but then you had televisions, right? And there was the same story. Stop watching that box, you know, it kind of sucks you in. How do you know that they're saying right thing? And so on and so on. And then we have internet era like this, and I hear many times that, why are you going through internet? You know, how do you know that information is right or wrong? Like, you know, so it's exactly the same way of thinking. It's just the product changed. So first it was book, it was evil, then it was TV, it was evil, and then now it's internet and it's evil. So yeah, but my idea is that every coin has two sides, and you find the things that you like. So basically this is something that kind of inspired me, and I love things that can improve you or even change the way you think to build yourself up. If it doesn't harm anyone else, I don't think it's bad. And if there is a small chance that it can help you, why not? Why not listen to something with an open mind? So this book is about cells, about atoms, about scientists going and checking what that is. It is about healing too, that our cells respond to chemicals but also to fields, and the way it's shown and explained is quite interesting. So I'm going to send loads of positive thoughts towards you, and I'm hoping that you're going to have an amazing day and amazing knitting, and any project you have that is going to be successful. You know what, my force probably is not that strong, so let's keep it for today. So it's working just for today. If you have something to do it now and tell me, did it work? Hope it did. It's for you. So anyway, so right, it's really interesting, and the book kind of lifts my spirit up, so I think it's really good to recommend. So hope that this kind of lifts your spirit too, if you're interested to listen to it. Well, I listened to it, I didn't read it. And the next one was about the same guy, but it's about love. One of those two, so one, the wisdom of yourselves, and another one, the honeymoon effect. You know, I prefer the wisdom of yourselves, but yeah, but if you struggle with if you are looking for relationships or you struggle in your relationship, I would say maybe go and read that one too. Sebastian listened to both of them and he has opinion about them. I listened to both of them, I have opinion about them. So that's that, and he really liked it, I can tell you that. And it kind of, there's nothing new over that we were not doing, so that's that. It is not a relationship episode unless you want it to be. Write it down below. Right, but the other thing is that I found on YouTube. So I came across this video. So over here you have this kind of shot, whatever. And I came across that lady. Her surname is Brown, because I was watching Netflix. and I was watching the weekend course. Oh, on the screen, I was watching 5 ladies who go for a weekend. I think it's a weekend wine weekend. I think wine weekend. So I think 5 ladies or number of ladies are going for a weekend away, and they're going to celebrate 50th birthday of their friend, and there was things are happening, and they're meeting one lady, and they said she's very famous about the talk she gave on TED Talks. And I don't think that was the one that I'm actually talking about, because the one I watched and the one that I probably put a link down below is about shame. And actually 4 words. We're talking about shame, we're talking about guilt, humiliation, and embarrassment. And I think that's the 4 things I came out most from that video. Also, she talks about courage. She starts with courage, then she goes to the shame, then she goes to the shields we use when we're in the shame situation and how we respond to it to cope in the situation, which is quite interesting. And I use one more than the other 2. Guess which one? And it's quite interesting to understand yourself, understand your backgrounds. Also mixing those 2 together, the guy who wrote the book, he talks about that up to age of 6, our brain works in the delta wave, which basically, do you remember anything that happened to you before you were 6 years of age? And I have few things, and only I have because there were tremendous things in my life, and probably that's why I memorized them. But some people don't, and that's probably it's the reason that your brain is just memorizing things to find yourself in the environment you're in, and to cope in the environment you're in. And because we're placed in different environments in the whole world and around, we cope with different things different way. And it's quite interesting and mind-blowing for me to open it up and see other people as like not here and now, but also they behave certain way because they're past. So it's quite interesting, and literally I would cry. So maybe leave it, unless you want video like this, let me know. I can talk. Well, not only I can talk, but I want you to talk too. So that's the thing. So I would recommend those 2 things, and if you're interested to chit chat, let me know. Maybe you want to do something like that. I like books like this. So if you have any other recommendations that it touched your heart, the book, because there are plenty of books, but the one that kind of sparkles something, or the book that you recommend reading because you gain some knowledge personally. I'm not saying that after reading this book you will think like, oh my, it's amazing, but you may knew that already. It's just the stories like that with me, that if I know better, I would do better. If I didn't know, now I know, so I can definitely do better. And it's quite interesting by observing now my behavior. I'm observing myself and how I behave in a certain ways, which gives me go back what he was saying about it. And I was like, oh, or what she was saying about it, what shield are you using it and why are you using that one. And also the good thing about that YouTube video and talk is that she also tells you that empathy is something to help you out to connect with people if they're using shields and you would want to help them out. And for yourself is the shame, if you're in a shame situation, the best way is to talk about it, because apparently if you share that shame experience with someone else, it cannot grow, because let's face it, most people went through it. You're not only one. I don't think there's anything, and I'm talking including probably the most horrible things that can happen. There's probably other people who went through it, hopefully as little as we can imagine, but unfortunately probably, yeah. I don't know. I went completely off topic. So let's go back to knitting and let's say what's on my needles. So now, first things first, again, go down below and go to my project page, because I have a tab that it says WIP. Yeah, it says WIP, which means what I'm working on. And there are things that I'm working on and then things that I kind of frozen for a bit. And I'm going on that tab and like, oh, what about that bear? What about that bear? I have on my needles the bear from Baker Bears. And I know how to knit. I have full heart for knitting toys, and I'm going to show you now why. I even purchased patterns. I told you that I think last time. And it's something that is blocking me, and it's, you know, if you knew my past, you would, or even present, you would know why is that, and I presume that's why. I'm kind of hesitant to knit toys. Yeah. But I really want them. I want to knit, and I want to break that spell. So I'm trying to do that. Help me. Anyway, so what's on my needles? Let's start with the things that I'm knitting, and I'm knitting, obviously, leftover socks. And these are different because these are different colors. So because this yarn is just this kind of dark thing that it doesn't stripe, so I knew it's going to give you this nice effect, but dark socks. So I thought, you know what, I have in my library, you can go to a library of that too, you know, in my account. Can you see anything? Let me know. Just go for a second and let me know. If you go to, let's say go to my project, and then on the, I think, left hand side, so left is for you here, right? Yeah, it's here. You see menu, and you could see like library. That means it's my whatever I purchased or I saved there to knit for future, because it doesn't mean that it's just paid for patterns. I hope you know that. Can you see that? So anyway, I decided that I'm going to go through that library, and I'm going with that leftovers. If I have a yarn that it's not stripy, then I'll try to find a pattern to knit, because I have a few. And then you see in my favorites, I have a lot. So that's that. And I thought I'm going to do it. So here it is. I almost finished this sock. I had to split those leftovers. I actually had 2 balls, let's call them balls, but one was heavier than the other one. So I had to take a bit from this, and this is that bit. So I will have an extra ends to weave in. And oh, the pattern that I'm knitting over here is Coffee Talk by Tracy from Grocery Girls. And as you could see, that you can see. And now you can see it. So this is drops. I also got that. It's not my yarn. I got the leftovers. And I thought, because there's some blue over here going on, it would be really interesting, especially the last 5 socks that I knitted and showed you. Well, I will show you. They have just a white thing. So thank you so much for some tonal bits. And basically I counted 60 rounds already, marked the side, although with this pattern it would be easy, very easy to say where the side is. And I have stockinette stitches harder. And I'm just knitting until I run out, and that be it. It's a little bit thicker. And I have, for this one, I think it's this. So, oh, there is a color. No. Yeah. Mineville, I hope I'm saying it right, wool project. And it's Mineville project, and it says super sock. So it's 80/20, and it's super wash. So hopefully if I gift it or keep it, I can use it and wash it in the washing machine. But I'm a little bit, because dark colors, they may bleed, which means, you know, that they can dye other things if you put them together. And the color is Tapestry. So here it is. Have you ever knit with it? I don't even know about. I don't know who they are. I haven't checked it yet. Mineville wool. But I will, because I will have to take a photo. I have a project, no photo whatsoever. Maybe now there is one, because come on, you probably, from the moment I recorded it and this, I had time. I have to tag on Instagram. So normally I'm looking for, you know, the account name. And it will be very handy if someone is watching me. If you have if you dye yarn, or if you a maker, like, you know, and you have labels, just to put like your Instagram name. But I presume, hopefully, if I type Mineville wool, that would be it. But sometimes it's not, and it's very hard to find. So yeah, how I knit socks, you can check my step-by-step tutorial, just check playlist tutorial and you find that. Over here is slightly different because I'm using 9-inch circular needles and I'm using them to do a pattern. So, I'm not really a fan purling, but if you know me, you may not. I'm purling a different way. Basically, I purled away to create a twisted stitch on the wrong side, but I don't do the way you probably know. What I do, once I put the needle through the front loop, I'm changing direction of the yarn when I'm putting the strand on the needle. So it's a clockwise. Normally you do anti-clockwise. And if you haven't thought what you're doing, next time you're doing a purl stitch, or you're knitting now, yeah, just try. Go one way and then see, is it weird for you to go all the way? So basically if you do that, you do a twisted. So I'm doing here that my purl that definitely puts the twisted stitch on the other side, but I figure out that it will not affect the pattern and it's easier for me to do, and I'm doing that way. So that's that. And here is my pouch. So if you're interested to see so if you're knitting on any circular needles, I recommend these. Right, what else I have? I'm not sure what kind of cap I'm going to do, and I'm using this bag, and guys, I've noticed something. I pulled it. It's completely my fault. I was swinging the bag. Well, I wasn't swinging like crazy, but I swung it, and it caught on something. And look at this! It has a hole. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fix it, hopefully. We shall see, we shall see. I need to find time to do that, but I love this bag, I love this fabric. Right, I think I can fix it. I will fix it, because come on. It's a beautiful bag. Beautiful. Ah, yeah. And my keychain sucks. Upside down, probably, yeah. So, rough time this bag has with me. And this is Handmade Bags by Diane, by the way. So, now, what else? I have a new bag. Well, it's not new, it's actually a second hand. My friend was going to donate things, and she said, do I want anything? And I found this one, and I said, oh yeah, I want this one. So I got a bag, and it's perfect because now, going completely off topic, my card got full. I have 8 GB card, and I used to have 32 GB, but it broke, so I'm using 8 GB, and I have to take breaks. I need to invest in equipment. We'll see when. Right, so anyway, what I was talking about, hopefully it did not chopped, but I was talking about this bag. And inside this bag I have a project bag which I start knitting this sweater, which is this beauty. My cottage number 9, a local person. By a local, I don't mean Ireland, I mean this town. A person that makes these beauties. It's very hard to get her bags. They go really fast. They're so well made and they're very sturdy, I think that's the word. So I was very hesitant to use them because they're so pretty, and if something is so pretty, I would just keep them here. But I was encouraged. I was told, do use it, enjoy it, love it, make it rough. And so it is loved. And over here what I have this sweater. One win, I think I'm saying it right. This is actually the front. One win. And I probably will finish it today. Well, at least sleeve, hopefully. And I need to pick up for the collar and do I-cord bind off thing. So this is it, maybe close up. This pattern I got as a present. I think I sometimes mention you about patterns, and I don't know. For some reason, I try to buy patterns when I know that I'm going to knit them. Although by saying that, I'm completely not right in this sentence because I have few patterns that I bought and I haven't knitted them yet. But I try to be very, what's the word? You know, you're screaming. Yeah, that one. You know, when you buy something that you're definitely going to use it. So that's that. I got the yarn during Edinburgh Yarn Festival and 2019, and I really like this yarn. In my vlog, I'm always actually showing you Instagram page for this Iona. It's UK based and it's a mix of yarns, and I think, oh, I was telling you that that I have this and I couldn't find it, or I didn't have it, but now I have it. And I kept it over here on this table just to show you. So this is Iona yarn. This is IW4, I think, the one I have. And you could see how many beads were used to blend it together. Do you see it? Do you see it? Yeah. So here it is. It's not sponsored, but I wish they were. But they are UK based, so I'm thinking before 31st of October I need to probably get some yarn, because otherwise that it will be customs, right, for me. Unless someone from UK sends me as a gift, then maybe not. But it's so worth it. The price point is amazing. What else they gave me? Oh, they gave me prices. I'm not saying it's going to go that way, but you're probably wondering. So this is it. So natural colors are slightly cheaper than dyed colors from obvious reasons, and you can see that cone ones are, when you divide that, it gives you per 100 grams skein cheaper. So yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They should do the math over here so you don't have to do it yourself. Basically it's like 9 something, I think, then 10. But if you buy 10 grams, yeah. Anyway, I love them. So tell them that to watch. My dream would be to knit a Christmas sweater in their red color. I love their red color. I saw it on a sweater. They had a sample, but it didn't have yarn because everyone bought it. So yeah, this is a DK one and I'm using it, and it's very light. It's 2-ply. I was thinking, oh, it's a DK, I won't be able to use it during the summer, but you know, our summers are different. They're probably at your place. They're kind of cooler, but they're very windy, and you may have 2 weeks, or we were lucky, I think last year we had 4 weeks of summer, like a proper summer. Other than that, it will be, you know, I could wear a hat all the time. But how beautiful, and the stitch definition, I think it gives a very good, it's a really good 100% a yarn for a lace work, especially with 2-ply. It kind of twisted, and oh, can't wait. And I know you love it. You say, you know, whoever follows me on Instagram, you give me feedback over that. So I know, I can't wait to stop. No, I don't want to stop. I have in that moment when I'm knitting now that I want to have that sweater, but I don't want to finish the sweater, if that makes sense. I think because I'm enjoying the yarn so much. Obviously the question, would I knit the sweater again? If I had never had any other pattern, I would. But because I have so many other patterns, I won't. But yeah, but I think the experience knitting with this yarn, if you have opportunity to try. Right. What else? Everything about needles and stuff, you can find it on my project page on Ravelry, and if you want to see progress of knitting, I would recommend you to follow me on Instagram if you're there. If you're not on Instagram, still you can access instagram.com on the website. You don't have to be, I don't think you have to have an account to browse through things, unless I'm wrong. Instagram, do? Question to Instagram. Right, so I love it so much. It's going to be finished, and then obviously on this channel I'm going to do the finished object video and I'll tell you more about it. This is a top-down sweater. So first I knitted the body, and then I'm knitting sleeves. And it always takes me longer to knit the first one because I want to make sure that measurements are right. And it kind of annoys me because I have to put it on when I'm here, put it on when I'm here. So I knit a bit and I have to put it on. But when I finish the sleeve, the other one is just basically recreating what I have in the first one. That's why we have loads of markers. I just follow it on the other side and done. Love it. And thank you so much for the pattern. So now, while this is on my needles, I was knitting this, and this took my brain because I need to create a chart, and I followed the chart, and if there was any mistakes, I was trying to correct it. I'm writing. I took photos. I'm not the best taking photos, but I took photos, so I'm going to hopefully find time and sit in front of my computer, which, as you know, it's not the best, not the thing I like to do. I'm good at it, but you know, if I want, I would prefer to, like on that Sunday, just spend outside near the tree, any tree, near the tree, and I don't know why, but I love trees, and near the tree and just knit. That's my dream job. Can I knit outside, keep myself warm and cozy, and knit? Yeah, you know, I could have built a shelter or something. So this is it. This is what I did. I designed my second design. No, this is my second shawl design. So hopefully in the future, and I really like one skein that I've done previously, and it's just there because I'm using it all the time. Oh, here it is. As you can see, this is slightly longer because the creases in this one, they're slightly different. I love the length, exactly under my boobs. That's the perfect one. Longer, I don't like it. Higher, I don't like it. In the middle, I may survive with it, but I like this way. It's perfect. I'm so excited that I went through it. It will take me a while to write down a pattern that I can give to test knitters. And this time I want to have a chart. I have written instruction for the previous one, which is a wild bloom shawl, and I would love to find time to actually write down a chart. Everyone says about being a designer is that, you know, we should be perfect, but hopefully, you know, hopefully I get it. Hopefully I get it. Hopefully I get it how to do it. I know I could get a program and stuff, but we shall see. Okay, this is a beauty one. Right, anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? And I was playing by doing a swatch, and then I decided to join the swatch and do a hat with the leftovers. So I don't have at all. Oh, you may ask what yarn is it? I got the yarn doing Bubbles Yarn Retreat. You can definitely check my vlog on this channel. And I fell in love with this color, this yarn, because it was singles and I wanted the same, and I got a bag. And I used this bag for this project because you have top secret. Ta-da! Now I need to hurry up, so in regards to Kals, definitely check down below. I have links to my group on Ravelry, so if you're opening your account or you're there and you would want to join us, go check it out. There are a few awesome things over that, so just go. And then in regards, do I have any prizes that I should be giving now? I don't remember, so remind me. I'll try to see if, because I don't have notes or anything like that. Oh, yeah, so apologies, we will be moving it shortly. The next video that I have, kind of not maybe next, but a future video I have in my mind is to do kind of a thank you video, because this channel is almost, well, it will, how to say it? It may not, but in the future, there is a chance this channel may reach 10k, so 10,000, and I was thinking to do some special video, like Q&A and stuff. So if you have any questions, if you watch me for a while, or you completely new and you don't know anything about me, so you can ask that too. That'll be really handy, and if you just write down in brackets that Q&A, that I will know that it will be that I can use for that video. So thank you so much. And in regards to the next section, normally I have a shop, so the only thing I can say, because I'm not the best in selling anything, is to just go check the link down below to my website and browse through it, and hopefully you will find something you like. Oh, and thank you so much, because on Instagram I post information about updates, so something that it's up there on my in my shop, and I made some stitch markers and they're all sold out, so thank you so much. They're like 2-in-1, so you can change them for, I should probably show you, right? Oh, okay. Right, so these are fruits. And basically when I start podcasting, you could see my episode 1, I had just loops of yarn, scrap of yarn I think, and I said I wanted to make a marker that I can use it the same way to, you know, have that tradition. So here you can use it as a club, as a progress keeper, but then at any stage you can use it as a marker. And normally I start using them as a marker and then I change for progress keeper. For instance, stockinette stitch, I can recognize the column of knits, so at some point for me it's a waste of time to slip marker. I just put it in the middle, and then while I'm knitting it I'm just moving it up. So that's why I like them, but there are also different types, and I don't have so many because I literally have to sit down and make them. So yeah, so if you grab these, show me, use hashtag KnittingILove markers, and I just want to see them and where they are. Are you from Canada, America? And yeah, because I know I sold a lot of those. Yeah, it'd be really cool to see where they are. I think that's all. I hope you enjoyed. I hope I didn't forget about something. I probably did. But I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope to see you in the next one, and let me know what you're up to, what projects you're going to knit. And I completely forgot to tell you about patterns that I really liked, and I would really want to knit them. So I would just tell you again, go to my project page, because even though I did not even take any photos of yarn that I want to use, I know I want to knit those things, and there was no photos. But hopefully there are photos now. So just remind you, just go there. They're like toys, sweater, and I think another sweater. 2 sweaters. Espastrico, there's one. Melissa, I think, designed it. There was another one that's called Tulip Sweater. And then I bought patterns for Little Bunny and a bear. And even though I don't have kids myself, I just try to imagine knitting it for other kids. So we shall see how that goes. I hope you enjoyed this one. See you next one. Don't forget to use hashtag KnittingILove. Show me what you're knitting, and just go and follow me on Instagram. Bye.